Who is Satan? What do we really know about this figure? A captivating query that has sparked numerous debates and interpretations over centuries. Let's begin unraveling this enigma by examining the concept of Satan and its earliest origins. Stemming from varied religious traditions, the figure of Satan has been painted with many brushes. In the ancient Semitic languages, the word Satan was used to denote an adversary or an opponent. However, it evolved over time, taking on a more sinister hue in various cultures and religious practices. From an adversarial role in Zoroastrianism to a tempter in Christianity, Satan's image has been molded by historical and cultural perspectives, often reflecting the fears and moral dilemmas of societies. The conception of Satan as we know it today is a complex tapestry woven from threads of diverse beliefs and narratives from across the globe. Now that we've set the stage, let's dive deeper into the portrayal of Satan in the major Abrahamic religions. In the Abrahamic religions, Satan takes on a particularly prominent role. This malevolent entity, often associated with temptation and sin, is a pivotal character in the sacred scriptures of Christianity, Islam, and Judaism. Let's start with Christianity. The Bible presents Satan as a fallen angel, cast out of heaven for rebelling against God. This devilish figure is often depicted as a tempter, leading mankind astray from the path of righteousness. Over centuries, Satan's image evolved from a mere adversary of God to the embodiment of all that is evil. In Islam, we see a similar narrative. Satan, or Iblis as he is known, is a jinn who refuses to bow to Adam on God's command, asserting his superiority. For his arrogance, he is expelled from the divine presence, but is granted permission to lead humans astray, testing their faith and devotion. Judaism, however, presents a slightly different perspective. Here, Satan, or Ha-Satan, is not a rebellious figure but a part of God's divine court. His role is to challenge and test humanity, acting as an adversary, but not an independent source of evil. These portrayals of Satan, while differing in their nuances, share a common thread. Satan is a figure of opposition, a catalyst for human moral testing. In each religion, he embodies a challenge to faith and righteousness, acting as a foil to humanity's divine aspirations. Yet, the character of Satan is not static. It evolves over time, reflecting the changing moral, philosophical, and cultural landscapes of societies that engage with these texts. From a mere adversary, Satan becomes a symbol of rebellion, of ultimate evil, and even a symbol of freedom and individualism in some interpretations. So, we see that the image of Satan is multi-layered, complex, and constantly evolving, shaped by centuries of interpretation and cultural influence. It's a testament to how powerful symbols and narratives can be molded and adapted over time, echoing the changing beliefs and values of societies. While Satan is a significant figure in the Abrahamic religions, this entity transcends these faiths and appears in various forms in mythologies and folklore. Beyond the realms of the Abrahamic religions, Satan also pervades various mythologies and folklore. This dark figure isn't confined to religious texts, but instead has woven itself into the narrative fabric of cultures around the globe. From the whispering spirits in African folklore to the trickster demons of Asian myths, elements of Satan can be traced back in a multitude of stories. In these tales, Satan often takes on the guise of a malevolent being, a harbinger of misfortune, or a trickster, weaving intricate plots to lead the unsuspecting astray. The character's cunning and deceptive nature serve as cautionary tales, warning listeners about the perils of temptation and the consequences of straying from the path of righteousness. In certain European folklore, Satan is portrayed as a dark, horned figure, lurking in the shadows, waiting to pounce on the weak and the wicked. These depictions have greatly influenced our collective image of this entity, embedding it deep into our cultural consciousness. Regional beliefs, too, have played a significant role in shaping this perception. In many cultures, Satan has been interpreted as a force of chaos and disruption, a stark contrast to the order and harmony that societies strive to maintain. The persistent presence of Satan in stories and myths has inevitably led to its portrayal in literature and popular culture. The character's adaptability, its ability to embody our fears and anxieties, has made it a potent symbol that continues to captivate our imagination even today. Satan has been a character of intrigue and fascination in literature and popular culture. This figure, often cloaked in darkness and mystery, has captured the imagination of artists, writers, and filmmakers alike. Over the centuries, Satan's portrayal has evolved, reflecting the changing societal perceptions of good and evil. In literature, Satan's character has been molded in myriad ways, from the cunning tempter in Dante's Inferno to the tragic anti-hero in Milton's Paradise Lost. Each interpretation offers a unique perspective on this enigmatic figure. These works not only entertain, but also provoke thought on morality, free will, and the human condition. Art, too, bears witness to the changing image of Satan. Medieval artists depicted him as a grotesque, monstrous figure, embodying the fears of an era. As we moved into the Renaissance and beyond, Satan's image became more human, reflecting a shift in the understanding of evil as something not just external, but within us. Popular culture continues this trend, portraying Satan in various forms, from the charming rogue in films like The Devil's Advocate to the comedic figure in TV shows like Lucifer. These portrayals often challenge our preconceptions, prompting us to question our own notions of good and evil. The portrayal of Satan in literature and popular culture often carries symbolic meanings. Through these different mediums, Satan becomes a mirror, reflecting our darkest fears, deepest desires, and the complexities of the human spirit. Satan is more than just a character. It's a symbol with varied interpretations. Throughout history, Satan has been used to embody the concept of evil, often serving as a warning against moral transgressions. In religious contexts, Satan represents the ultimate adversary, a figure of rebellion against divine authority. But the symbolism of Satan isn't confined to religious texts. In literature and art, Satan often personifies the human struggle with temptation and desire, a symbol of our internal battles. In political contexts, the figure of Satan has been employed to demonize opponents and instill fear. During the Cold War, for instance, propaganda on both sides used satanic imagery to portray the enemy as evil incarnate. In psychological terms, Swiss psychiatrist Carl Jung viewed Satan as a symbol of the shadow self, the repressed, darker side of our personality. From religious warnings to political propaganda, from literary metaphors to psychological archetypes, Satan's symbolic representation has left a lasting impact on our society. The figure of Satan continues to shape modern society in subtle and not-so-subtle ways. While this influence may not always be apparent, it's woven into the fabric of our lives, shaping our cultural narratives and beliefs. In our media-saturated world, the image of Satan is a powerful symbol, often used to represent evil, corruption, and temptation. From Hollywood blockbusters to popular music, the figure of Satan is used to evoke fear, fascination, and sometimes even sympathy. It's through these portrayals that society's perception of Satan continues to evolve, reflecting our deepest fears and desires. But Satan's influence isn't confined to the realm of entertainment. It permeates our everyday language and expressions, showing up in phrases like, "The devil is in the details," or "Speak of the devil." These sayings, while seemingly innocuous, reinforce the association of Satan with negativity and mischief. Moreover, Satan's influence extends beyond the cultural sphere, reaching into the realm of morality and ethics. The concept of Satan serves as a moral compass, a symbol of what not to become. It's a reminder of the consequences of choosing the path of evil over good. Yet it's important to remember that Satan's influence isn't always negative. In some interpretations, Satan is seen as a symbol of rebellion, freedom, and individualism, challenging authority and questioning established norms. However, there are many myths and misconceptions about Satan that need debunking. The figure of Satan is surrounded by a cloud of myths and misconceptions. Let's part this fog and shed light on the truth. One prevalent myth is that Satan is synonymous with evil. However, interpretations vary greatly across cultures and belief systems. In some, Satan is not an embodiment of evil but a figure representing opposition or challenge. Another common misconception is that Satan is a universally accepted figure. In reality, many cultures and religions lack a direct equivalent, or have different interpretations altogether. Moreover, some believe that Satan is worshipped in certain religions such as Satanism. This is not entirely accurate. While some branches of Satanism do symbolically venerate Satan, they do not necessarily believe in or worship Satan as a deity. These misconceptions underscore the importance of understanding the complexity and diversity of beliefs surrounding this figure. While some view Satan as an evil entity, others revere it as a symbol of rebellion and freedom. The figure of Satan serves as the central deity in some modern belief systems. Satanism, for instance, is not a singular belief but a collective of ideologies that revere Satan in various ways. Some see Satan as a symbol of independence and individualism, while others view him as a literal deity. There's also the Satanic Temple, which uses Satan as a metaphor to advocate for separation of church and state. In today's exploration, we have unveiled the dark myth surrounding Satan, from its origins to its modern interpretations.